At 2:08 p.m. Thursday, November 7th, Duluth Police Department was contacted by the City of Superior to do a welfare check on one of their employees. Responding officers went to the home in the 6000 block of Tacony Street and found two victims who were deceased from apparent gunshot. 47-year-old Duluth resident Arab Abramson and her 15-year-old son, Duluth resident Jacob Nephew. During an interview with the reporting party, they identified a person of interest as 46-year-old Duluth resident Anthony Nephew. Nephew resided in the 4400 block of West 6th Street. Investigators set up surveillance at his residence, and a short time later discovered he had a wife and child who also resided there. Due to that knowledge, exigency was established to make entry into the home for a welfare check. We made entry with the drones. Officers located 45-year-old Duluth resident Catherine Nephew Ramslin and her 7-year-old son, Duluth resident Oliver Nephew, deceased from apparent gunshot wounds. Officers also located the suspect, Anthony Nephew, who was deceased with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Anthony Nephew and Aaron Abramson were in a previous relationship and had a child in common. Anthony Nephew was married to Catherine Nephew Ramslin and had a child in common, Oliver. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family, friends, and loved ones of the 4 victims in this tragic incident. We also want to send our condolences to both the Duluth community and Superior community, as this is a senseless and tragic event. Thank you. Do you have any questions that I can answer?
Is there any sense of when it happened?
Of when it happened? We are still working through that as part of this investigation, looking at cell phone data for this event to establish a firm timeline.
Any sense of maybe a motivation behind it?
We are not, but preliminarily in our investigation, we have seen a pattern of mental health issues with Anthony Nephew.
Did the 2 sets of victims know each other?
I can't answer that, but I would assume so, since there was a child in common between the suspect.
How are cases prosecuted if the suspect is deceased?
The cases aren't prosecuted if the suspect's deceased.
Did something was hungry?
The welfare check was initiated because of an employee with the City of Superior who was concerned about another employee who had not shown up for work, and that was outside of their character.
Just to confirm, Chief, the 15-year-old Jacob Nephew, was he the son of the suspect?
He was.
Have there been police calls to either residence in recent history?
There are a couple of previous calls that we're still looking into at the 4401 address. Thank you. I appreciate you all coming out today.